Hello everybody! Hi! So, last week we finally beat Final Fantasy 16, and that has now freed me up to play some new games. And this game we're playing today is called Slay the Princess. My lovely wife Charlie got me this for Christmas, and I've been wanting to play ever since. So, there are some content warnings for this game. I'm just gonna bring it up real quick on the stream. Let me just go there. BlackTabbyGames.com. Right. Content warnings. Say the princess. So I'm gonna share this as well. 1 second. I only have 2 screens, and this is a time in my life where I would like to have a 3rd screen, but unfortunately that is not something I have. Window. Just switch to this real quick. Okay. So these are the content warnings. There's gonna be some spoilers in this, but you can go ahead and read that. I'll leave that for a second. Is that everything? Alright, there's a bit more. General content warnings, nudity, depictions of mutilation, disembowelment, depictions of knife wounds, loss of self, cosmic horror, existential horror, eating alive, disembowelment again, suffocation, realistic depiction of acid burns, realistic gore, jump scares, derealization, forced suicide, loss of bodily autonomy, starvation, unreality, body horror, forced self-mutilation, forced suicide, realistic depictions of graphic violence, self-degloving, I don't know what that means, realistic flaying, self-immolation, realistic depiction of a bloated corpse, drowning, realistic depiction of burning to death, auditory gore, murder, death, loss of control, verbal abuse, gaslighting, dismemberment, graphic self-decapitation, yeah, so realistic severed head, and this stuff I'm not going to read, but I'll leave it there because I think this is the spoiler stuff. I'll leave it for like 20 seconds. But yeah, I've heard good things about this game. It looked very interesting, and I've been very excited to play it at some point. And that some point is today. Alright, let's close this out. Game back on, you're off. That. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and a new beginning. This is a love story. I must have fixed the sound before. So... And this is all good. Let's just start. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I can move the perspective around a bit too, which is cool.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh no! April, the end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, isn't it? Can't someone else do it? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
I don't know if I believe you quite yet. I don't even know who you are, Mr. Narrator.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Do I get some sort of reward? Okay, thanks for telling me. Sweet. I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Viva la revolution! Alright. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Killing a princess seems kinda bad though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
He has a point. Do I get a reward?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Can you tell me what my prize is going to be for doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Can't someone else do this?
Oh, if only that were the case, but I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Forget it, I'm not doing this.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with ending the world?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those.
Ha 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 ha. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed to the cabin. Let's put a save in quick because we haven't got an actual save yet. There we go.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Is it really?
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Voice of the hero.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Just checking in on you. Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Drop it!
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
No, that's why I'm asking. Hmm. Are we finally about to kill a princess? It's about time. No! We won't do it. Hi, Pretty. Welcome in, friend. How are you today? You're apparently going to end the world. I know what I've been told. Whether or not I believe it is an entirely different matter.
So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking.
I'm okay. EP, did you go to sleep? How long have you been down here, princess lady?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Hooray! Good job, you went to sleep. How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Look, this lady is like, wait, Pokemon, I forgot. This lady is chained up in a basement in the middle of nowhere, and she's not even trying to make me let her free. She's just like, fuck you, I don't give a fuck about you. You think I'm gonna beg for my life? Well, think again, you motherfucker. That's her attitude right now. And I appreciate it, but she's not winning me over.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting. Right? She is. I'm sure of it.
She's like, fucking do it. I fucking dare you. I fucking dare you. You won't. I don't want to say this. This feels a bit awkward because I missed a chance to say it, so I'm not going to say it. Okay, we've talked enough. Or should I say it? I'll just say it.
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh? Have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I don't want to let her free because she's not convinced me. Do you want to kill her? I'm not a murderer. We don't know this lady. We don't know why she's down here. All we've heard from the narrator. The narrator's just like, oh, if you don't kill her, the world's gonna end. And I'm just like, but how do I know that? I don't even know who you are, Mr. Narrator. Who the fuck are you? You might be lying to me. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help.
Oh. And this is the narrator. But the narrator's the actual princess, and this is the real narrator.
And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
Oh, she's threatening me. She's threatening me.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Farewell.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here.
Bye, lady.
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
Bye,
You turn
lady.
your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
No, bye.
It'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement door,
But the
locking
door.
it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
She'll never get out. Never. Curse this table.
Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door.
Imagine I did that and the door's a pull door. And she opens the door and just like, what the fuck? Are you stupid? Are you a fucking idiot? And they sent you to kill me?
It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there.
Uh-oh.
Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
Are you a demon lady?
It's not like this little door I'll hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it.
What do you mean? I'll let you live.
You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
I fucking let you live.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
So, all of that was an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a monster.
I can be innocent and harmless, if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Uh-oh.
Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
Are you a ghost lady?
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops
Stop
working.
her! I'm in danger! I'm in danger!
It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet,
Out, table,
and
out
then your
me!
legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach.
It's my sleep paralysis demon!
Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you,
Please!
can't I?
Leave me alone!
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one
Not
by
my
one.
organs! I need my organs! tokens.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Oh, you're right. She's just getting rid of the unnecessary things. It's a big help to me, really.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I don't need to breathe.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends.
1 second.
I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2. I thought it was a game over. The nightmare.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Let's start again, but it said chapter 2.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. I died. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
Is this a Groundhog Day situation?
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Shh. What if he hears us?
Voice of the paranoid?
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit.
Shit.
I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save after all.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
This game's quite interesting so far. Like, just the fact that I thought it was a game over, but we're on to chapter 2, and it's just like we're repeating the events, but we are aware that we died. I think that is interesting.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
He's not wrong. I fucking didn't listen to anything he said. I didn't trust him. I don't know who this narrator is. Is narrator his real name? I don't know.
We couldn't trust either of you, and as far as I'm concerned, we still can't. All we did was lock her away. And how'd that work out for you?
I died.
No comment.
The table failed to defend me. I trusted the table. It was a poor choice on my part.
Well then, congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And your solution is to send us back in there. Do you want us to slay the princess, or do you want the princess to slay us?
I think the voice of the paranoid is us being paranoid. Because I think we kind of like split into two. We have like a separate section of us that doesn't trust anything now. Maybe that kind of like that.
Obviously, I want you to slay her. One of you poses a threat to the world, and the other doesn't. Anyways, I believe your other question was something along the lines of, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back where they started. It sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Speak for yourself. From my perspective, there were plenty of consequences. I'm never going to forget the way she just made us stop working. that's only scratching the surface. If what you said is true, it begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or have you found yourself in another world altogether? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
I don't know. I've never truly died before.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
I don't know. I have no recollection of these tons of events, and I'm going to have to take your word for it.
If she brought an end to everything and everyone, how are we supposed to stop her? What do you want from us? I want you to succeed. You'll find a way. You're the only one who can.
Let's talk about this princess, quotation marks. Is she really a princess?
Just be quick about it.
Just being around her in the end shut down all of my organs. What the hell am I supposed to do about that?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
To quote you from last time around, she's just a princess. How can you possibly justify saying that? She's clearly something far, far worse.
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
Who locked her in that basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special.
I'm special.
You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. You can't just goad us into doing something by calling us special. It's manipulative.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to manipulate us?
I wasn't swayed by you complimenting me and making me feel like I'm a special person. Not at all.
I don't know, I kinda like being special. Okay, fine. Maybe you can goad him into doing something, but he's not even the one who makes the decisions here. I'm not goading you into doing anything. You already know the princess is dangerous. All I'm trying to say is that you have to be the one to deal with her. I know it doesn't seem fair, but that's just the way it is. And for what it's worth, I know you have it in you to finish the job. We don't. You saw what happened to us last time. We need to leave.
You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. If you want us to stand a chance against her, we need to be armed with information. What is she really capable of? How are we supposed to stop her? Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word. He isn't telling us everything he knows because he doesn't trust us, which means that we can't trust him.
Exactly. I don't trust him. I don't trust anybody right now. I made the mistake of giving the princess a chance. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna think about things for a little while because this is a very heavy decision to make and I don't want to just end your life. And then she fucking murdered me.
Stop talking yourself in neurotic circles and just get to the cabin already. Do you see the way he keeps pushing us? We have to get out of here.
That's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Just turn around and leave.
This is good. I was worried you might fall for his shit again, but this is good. Whatever answers there are to be found, they aren't here, and they definitely aren't there. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
If the princess doesn't meet me, she won't kill me. It's quite simple, really. No, no, we're not talking to her. Like I said. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I am not going to the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads
You
to the
tricked
cabin.
me!
How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
This is a trick! Bye.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Well, I didn't die forever. How do you know that?
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting fuzzy. What's going on? Where are we? It's finally happened, hasn't it? We finally cracked.
Cracked. The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by textured nothingness. It is quiet. There's a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Resistance. Fingers drag, claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. Wake up! It's not. Chapter 1. Return to your destined path or face the consequences is the
You're on
achievement
a
I got.
path in the woods. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it...
Alright. Viva la revolution!
That's the spirit. You make your way up the shore. The interior of the cabin is almost a blade, is your implement.
I'm skipping the parts that we've already read. Take the blade
You take the blade from
and talk.
the door to the basement. Her voice
Who's there?
She sounds...
Don't let it fool you.
Continue down the stairs. We're not gonna speak a single word to her.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
Give me Babby Shrek stabby time, everybody.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Don't look at her.
There's a heavy chain around her.
She's so cold.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Don't say a single word to her. She's a witch. A
You
monster.
step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Slay the princess!
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Is it really over? She may have a trick up her sleeve.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
I don't want to touch her. She might grab me. It might be a jump scare. I don't want to remove the blade either, because what if it's like the Vampire Diaries, when you put the stake in the vampire's heart and then they die, but if you take it out, they come back to life. She's a princess. What kind of crazy wacky kingdom is this? So apparently the people locked her down here because she's a monster and she's gonna end the world. Alright, let's get out of here.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Table! Put the table there!
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Is she
You
gonna
open
come
the
after
cabin
me?
door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
I don't think it's over, no. She's gonna come.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry.
What?
You'll be safe here.
Excuse me.
This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
You tricked me again. He tricked me. This is bullshit. Let me out.
What's done is done. And there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Excuse me. There's no internet, no video games, no books to read, no entertainment. I'm not happy here. I'm miserable. There isn't even a bed, just a table. Where am I supposed to sleep? Where's the food? Where's the snacks? Where's the Domino's pizza if I'm in the middle of nowhere? How are they gonna deliver to me?
Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
How no? Do you have any idea how to get us the heck out of here?
I do. But you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
Let's wake her up.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
Oh, oh no. True happiness is when someone tells, oh, I see.
He's right. It's the only way out.
It's that easy, forehead.
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
This isn't wonderful. What the fuck is wrong with you, Mr. Narrator?
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead?
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it.
Take the blade and eat it. Hi, CD! Welcome in, friend. How are you today?
In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
Oh, you got a pizza day today? Yay, what kind of pizza did you get? I can't get a pizza anymore. I'm locked away in the cabin for eternity. With no internet, no video games, no Domino's pizza. Better be right. You better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want.
Oh, that sounds lovely. How are they gonna deliver to us though? We don't even have an address. We're not on the map anymore. Where are we?
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
How did she decompose so quickly? How long have we been locked here?
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Chapter 2, The Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and you're here to sleep.
Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine.
Voice of the Cold.
It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
So, I think it's depending on what kind of ending, quotation marks, that we have a new voice. So, the first time where the princess killed me, it was because I didn't trust the narrator. I was just like, no, I'm just gonna try to talk to her a little bit and just try and figure out what I'm gonna do, and she killed me. So then I had the voice of the paranoid because I didn't trust the princess or the narrator. But because I went straight in, I didn't talk to her, I just stabbed her and killed her. I have voice of the cold now.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. She won't be a problem.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is cold.
Stefan!
A soft odour of dirt permeating the
There's
air.
a mirror!
Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows.
And there's this stuff on the
The
wall,
only
like
furniture of
wallpaper.
note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time.
Maybe it's like back in time because the door looks more elegant too.
Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
I was there for several years. Maybe I did the place up. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
He doesn't see it.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? Let's just go into the basement and find her body, so we can be done with this.
I care about whether I'm being lied to. Just go to the mirror.
As do I. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Well, I'm aware that I'm not human based on my hand. I noticed it earlier when I pulled out the dagger, the knife.
But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
We're not taking the blade. Let's go.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure.
Before she would call out as well. She'd be like, who's there? But now it's silent.
I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
She's been dead this whole time.
Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin.
Uh-oh. I left my knife. Uh-oh.
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost!
Ghost!
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
That is true. I don't need the knife anyway, I think. Maybe it's like a special ghost killing knife. You never know.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body. And she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again. If we wanted to. We don't even need a blade. She looks fragile enough to me.
Wait.
I see you don't have that annoying knife anymore.
Penny, now! Stop flirting with the ghost!
So, does that mean you regret what you've done? Are you here to apologize and make nice? Beg for absolution, maybe? Because I might be interested in seeing a little begging.
There's a lot of options. Okay, team. You threatened me last time.
Well, yeah. You brought a knife with you. Was I supposed to just welcome you with open arms when you obviously had stabbing on the mind?
I was cooking just before I came downstairs. It wasn't for stabbing.
It could have, but it wasn't. You can't blame me for threatening a would-be knife-wielding murderer. Especially when that would-be knife-wielding murderer became an actual knife-wielding murderer.
She has a point.
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or maybe you have unfinished business with me. All I know is there's a hole in my chest. Not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper. A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
And where are you supposed to be?
Home.
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away. Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there.
How specific. And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end
She's
of the
already
entire
fucking
world.
dead, Mr. Narrator. What the fuck are you talking about now? She's dead. She's a ghost. Leave her alone at this point. What do you want from her? You want me to die? What do you want? I die too, but I'm not floating around.
You poor thing. That must have been so frightening for you.
I should have read that. I said that after I killed her, I was trapped in the cabin and then I had to kill myself.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathising with us.
Yeah.
This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it?
I'm traumatized. I need therapy now.
She doesn't mean it.
It serves you right.
Uh-oh.
I was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest.
We have something in common now.
It sounds like you got exactly what you were owed.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I thought we were bonding. I thought we were bonding a little bit over dying. What happened? I died too and I'm not floating. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different?
You don't look dead, killer.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are.
What
I
am I?
tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here. I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here. But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you own me.
Look, you're not doing yourselves any favor by creeping me out. If you want me to help you or stop this, please. You could easily persuade me if you stop being scary.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is.
Smash.
But I hope you don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her.
Smash or pass. Smash or pass.
Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly. You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
What if I say no?
Then I won't hitch a ride.
You won't hitch a ride if I say no, or you can't hitch a ride?
I'm sure you'd like to know. It's a shame I won't tell you. But it'll be easier for both of us if you just let me in. And doesn't it sound nice?
Maybe for her, but it's crowded enough in here as is.
You won't have to feel guilty anymore. If you even do feel guilt.
Do I feel guilty? I haven't questioned it yet.
It could be the best way to trap her for good. Doesn't seem like it would be very easy to end the world from inside someone else's body. That is a very dangerous train of thought.
Before I agree to anything, we need to talk about what happens after you leave this place. I was told you'd end the world.
And what? You just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought? That's cold.
That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over. She's right, though, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion get the better of it.
You got the cloud bulb. Well done. It's a swapaloo. I'm just a big, damn, stupid idiot. You didn't answer my question. Do you want to end the world?
The only thing I've ever wanted was to leave this place. It's still the only thing I want.
You still didn't answer my question. Even if you don't want to end it, does letting you out of here mean the world is going to end?
It does. We're not asking you. We've heard your whole speech already.
I really don't know. I'm not lying to you. I promise. The world doesn't matter. All I remember is that I'm supposed to be there, not here. I'm just supposed to be a part of it. It's home, I think. But what does it mean for anything to end? I ended, but I also didn't. And you ended too. But here you are. And you don't even look any different. I'm not so sure endings are real.
Why are you going to end the world?
I don't know. I just wanted to leave. I still just want to leave.
What are you going to do if I help you get out of here?
I don't know. Maybe I'll just fade away. Finally able to rest once I'm free from my unfinished business. Maybe I'll find someone to haunt. Maybe I'll haunt you.
That doesn't help your case, lady. You're supposed to be convincing me.
It's a tough question, asking someone what she's going to do with her life.
The princess leans in close and pauses, the frigid air between you stale and unmoving.
Especially when that someone is dead.
Oh, please.
She pulls back with a playful giggle.
I don't think most living people could answer that, either. Does anyone actually know who they are or what they want?
Leave it at that. I kinda wanna see what happens. Do what the ghost mummy says first, ask questions later, okay. Alright. see these called it what to do. We're gonna let her out. Let me say sorry first.
Too little.
Okay.
Too late. But you can still make things right.
She's not in a position to bargain with us. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. We don't have to do anything, but maybe we should. We did kill her. Wouldn't it be the moral thing to help her now that we have another chance? When a hero slays a monster, does he apologize to
I
it?
just did.
No. So don't try to make things right. She was going to end the world. You didn't do anything wrong, aside from apparently killing yourself, and that doesn't have much to do with her.
Can you leave on your own? You're a ghost now.
I wish that's how it worked, but this place won't let me go.
I just want to see what the explore stuff does.
Yes, obviously things are strange right now. I think it's safe to say that you've seen something you shouldn't have seen. Whatever worlds you've hopped between, whatever versions of me you've met, none of that matters now. There's no changing what's already happened. But you have a job to finish. Finish how? We already did what you told us. And now she's a ghost. There's a perfectly pristine blade waiting for you upstairs.
Oh,
You could always use it to
No! Slay her.
No, she's dead already.
Then what?
And then you'll have saved the world.
I think he's asking about what happens after we save the world. If that's even still an option. What do you mean, after?
You already know what we mean, don't you? So why don't you go ahead and tell us? Are you going to try and lock us away in a timeless void again? Because I didn't much care for that.
I'm not going to lock you anywhere.
What an interesting choice of emphasis.
Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy some sort of sick revenge fantasy? Because I already did that, and it wouldn't be hard to do it again.
Are we putting this to a vote? Because personally, I'd prefer if we didn't die again.
If that's what it comes down to, that's what it comes down to. But I don't see the point of offing ourselves just yet.
Oh, that's sweet of you to offer. But killing yourself wouldn't help either of us.
It would seem that everyone here is in agreement except for you. I shouldn't have to tell you that you shouldn't kill yourself. So please, try to keep your suicidal tendencies in check.
Sorry, I'm just a little bit out of control.
Like I said, I just want to go home.
I killed you. What are you doing not being dead?
I don't feel very bad, but I guess I'm not dead. So you must have only mostly killed me. Or maybe death is only mostly real, but it's also mostly not real. I'm not sure. I'm just the one these things have happened to, not the one with all the answers. Or any of the answers.
But we're not a ghost. Unless we are? Maybe that's why the mirror disappeared. We're actually dead.
Death, at least as a form of permanence, is just a concept. And clearly it's not a very useful one anymore.
See, this is why I didn't want you to talk to her. Death is not just a concept, it is an extremely real phenomenon. Don't let her distort your reality. Cold, hard facts exist. The truth exists. It has to.
Your body's right there though, your dead body.
The princess glances back at the bones lying on the floor.
It's just a body. Do you believe these bones? Or do you believe me? Because those bones aren't talking to you.
I really like how I really like the style of this as well, just like how the art is and everything. I think it's very pretty. I wish I could draw like this. I think this is very, very, very good.
She's seeing things pragmatically. We should do the same. Reality is what's in front of us, not our preconceptions of what it should be. There doesn't need to be a static truth. There doesn't need to be objectivity.
If I knew I'd wind up talking to you, I wouldn't have killed you.
And if I knew you were going to murder me without even knowing who I was, I wouldn't have given you the chance. We all make mistakes.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What can you even do to hurt me? You're dead.
A boring question with an easy answer. Nothing. She's a ghost. Ghosts can't hurt us.
That's for me to know, and for you to wonder about. Maybe I can't do anything to you.
See?
Or maybe I can rip your heart out.
Please.
Who's to say, really?
I don't like the uncertainty here. I don't know what to do or who to trust.
I already know what to do. CD told me what to do.
We could always try violence. It's worked for us so far.
Cold voice, no. Where's the paranoid voice? Come back, paranoid. I liked you better. You made more sense to me.
She's a ghost.
Who says ghosts are immune to violence?
Common sense?
There's nothing common or sensible about common sense. Action and observation are the only things that matter.
Fine. Then let me observe that the acts of killing her and killing ourselves haven't got us much of anywhere. We're still back in this cabin, we're still dealing with her, only now she has a good reason to hate us.
I love that emo. I love that emo. I want that emo. I love Oblivion's one of my favorite games.
I suppose you have a point. Do you have any ideas then?
I don't know. Maybe we do what she wants. Maybe we let her possess us and walk out of here.
We could. It would be something different. I like different.
Absolutely not. If you walk her out of here, she's going to end the world.
And is that really so bad?
Yes, it is by its very definition bad.
Look, listen. If she doesn't end the world, we're gonna end the world anyway. Humans are terrible for the world. Look, we're going through global warming right now. We have wars all over the place. People are dying. Everything's bad. What difference is it gonna make if we let this poor ghost lady free?
But those are the only options, aren't they? Violence or doing what she wants. Or just leaving her down here. Though ignoring a problem is rarely a solution, is it?
Maybe the cabin isn't so bad after all. I just need to settle in a little bit. Maybe put my bed over here. We'll avoid the body. We'll leave the body there. Maybe I'll put my desk over it, and then I could use her body as a footrest. And my desk will be here. My PC will be here. And my chair will be here, and she'd be my little footrest. And I put a little sofa here, and a cute rug, and a table. It'll be a nice cozy time. Alright, I've given it enough thought. Let's get you out of here, princess.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
Narrator's like, oh my god. This fucking idiot.
See you soon.
Uh-oh.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
Uh-oh.
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
It
Your
worked.
eyes flick back open as you
It's
get your
fine.
bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
Yeah, it's not great. I have so many voices in my head, it's hard to think.
So, it doesn't work like that for you?
Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
Everything is fine.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they also supposed to be you?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass.
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
I'm a voice? I'm me is what I am.
Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too.
I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him.
The narrator?
You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
Who the fuck are you?
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
Stop calling me stupid!
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting
Thank
to make
you.
things right.
Thank you, princess. I've been waiting for so long for someone to just be nice to me.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
Right. I skipped something and I wanted to see where it's at. The voice. Memory. Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen. Oh, that's what I missed. Turn. I can't think. There's too many voices. We're all suffering of collective sympathies. Wait, don't you fucking Nightbot. I fucking kicked Nightbot out ages ago. The fuck is Nightbot doing? I thought I got rid of Nightbot. How do I remove the link? Shut up, Nightbot. Who the fuck do you think you are here? I'll set the narrator out on you to berate you for the next 20 minutes. I'll sort out Nightbot later. Sorry about that.
It's okay. We're almost out of here. Just take it one step at a time, and everything will be fine.
Everything won't be fine if you listen to her.
One way or another, this is all going to end. Wouldn't it be nice if he ends with it?
Just 1 second. I am fixing it. Stupid Nightbot. Spam protection. Is it under spam protection? Everything's disabled there. 1 second. What was blacklisted? Blacklisted spam. Wait, I'm gonna go look. Oh, I think I know. I think I know. I think I know. I think I know. I remember what I did. I remember. I remember. I think I remember. 1 second. I wish there was a way to see on Twitch, but doesn't seem like there is. One way or another, this is going to end. Wouldn't it be nice if he ends with it?
Wouldn't that be nice? There's only one way to find out.
Let's go.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world?
It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, It's outside of the world.
Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world.
I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn?
This is very philosophical.
Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs,
Fuck off.
staggering through the open door.
He called me inane and meaningless. How rude is this person in my head?
For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able. It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate.
And whine.
This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
It's true. He's so rude to us and then he expects us to listen to him. Trudge forward.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
Aw, thank you, princess.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will.
Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
But we are the narrator, that's the issue. The narrator is a voice in our head. Yeah, I don't think we're human. We're not human, I think. Open the door.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... yes?
Nothing.
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose.
We need to rename the game to Slay the Narrator.
But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world?
We're still here.
Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
Hi, princess. You feel a lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
You actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, killer.
It doesn't help that she keeps calling me killer. I did kill her though, but she doesn't have to keep rubbing it in. I was coerced into doing it. I was pressured.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I'm meant to be.
It's a cute nickname. Hi, murderer. Hi, psychopath. Hi, serial killer. Oh, she's gone. But you don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her stead.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how it would even go about looking for her.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
It's a mirror.
Don't bother looking for her. I'm sure it's just a waste of time.
The narrator is gone too.
He is. Does that mean the world ended? He was never going to outlast us.
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. Ignore him. You have to look.
Alright, cold voice.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's me! It's you! You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. It's my dark blue. Approach her. Hi, princess. One second. You recognize the presence inhabiting the shell. It is the entity that dwells in the spaces between.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
You're that thing I met in the space outside of the woods, aren't you? I thought that was a dream.
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
I was very scared. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel, the princess? Attack, destroy, what happens? Are you the princess? There's so many stuff.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is vaporous. She is a dream for a life she could never have, but that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for an understanding heart.
See, the princess was so kind, and we did a murder against the princess. We are the bad guys.
Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
So she wants me to find more bodies for her to inhabit. What if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I was sent to slay the princess and stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
What do? I missed my opportunity. I wanted to kill her. I missed it though. I wanted to see the conversations. Boop. I'm not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Huh? How about close the game? Because I wait forever. Close the game. That was the end. It was like bye. Oh no. Wait, let's go back in. Lady, get back here! You promised me forever! You can't escape that easily from me. The game's coming back.
You have returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
have no option but to forget. Forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Lady, please! Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
Good.
And
So, she did wipe my mind because there's nothing to be like, oh, I remember this.
you make your way up the short path.
Yeah, it reset the game.
The interior of the cabin is almost...
Okay, we're not gonna take the blade because she said that she was hostile towards us because we had the blade, so let's not do that.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
See, she's different. When we had the blade, she was like, who's there? And she was being like, very, what's the word to describe it? Haunty. Like she didn't give a fuck. Challenging. Like, I fucking dare you. You got a knife to kill me? You think I'm gonna beg for my life? She was kind of like that. But now she's like, hello? Someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Lie. I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you. I think I'm here to slay you? Question mark. I'm not quite sure. I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
We'll save her.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
You're still in question, Mr. Narrator. I don't know who you are. Ghost Lady said that you want a part of me.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Shut the fuck up, Mr. Narrator. I'll do what I want. I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
Thank you, hero voice.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Look, I've seen the movie Saw. I know how to get rid of this chain. It's quite simple, really. You're gonna lose your hand. It's the only way out, lady. If there isn't a key, do you have any
Maybe
ideas?
there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Yeah, okay, as long as you agree with what I plan to do to you.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
It's okay, we've come to an agreement here.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock
Who the
sliding
fuck?
into place. Is someone else here?
Let me out!
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave
was the
until the
narrator.
task is done.
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Fucking narrator, man.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. It was Mr. Narrator, I believe, though. I don't think it's them, quotation marks. I think it's the fucking narrator.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
You didn't have to do that.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
I would have personally went above the cuff instead of below the cuff, just so you don't have to lose so much of your arm. But I guess it's too late for this criticism, this critique.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked doors.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body
Narrator!
steps forward
You can't
and
do
raises
this!
the blade.
You can't do this, narrator. You're supposed to narrate, not take control. You're only supposed to say what's happening. This is against the narration rules. The narration guild of narrators are gonna come after you for this.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Yeah!
Watch me.
Narrator, stop!
What are you doing?
No! Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Run, princess.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Get out of my head. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
You shut up, narrator. You can't take control of me like this.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Oh, she's gonna kill me.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Ow! You missed my vital organs. You just inflicted pain on me.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
All of them. Every single vital organ in my body was missed. Please, princess, you have to stab me somewhere where I'll actually die instead of hurting me.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
It's her first time, okay? She's trying.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Drop it in my Discord as well, so everybody can see it. I'll watch it at the end. Wait. As much as I prefer, can't deny the reality.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2? We got a chapter 2! But thank you for the clippy, Penny.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Alright, I'll watch it right now. Wait, let me pull it up. wait. Just waiting for it to open. I clicked it. There it is. Close. 1 second. Oh, it's being so horribly slow.
Good thing you aim as
Shut up!
bad as you fight. You missed my vital organ.
wait. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm ready. It's fine, don't worry, it's fine. It's still essentially related to the stream. Where do I go? Here? Here we go. And then...
Good thing you aim as bad as you fight. You missed my vital organs. All of them? Good thing you
All
aim.
of them! Every single vital organ! Every single one of them! Thank you, Prinny!
you're here to slay her.
Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best. Yes, he didn't approve of our beloved. Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about.
Wait. If we're gonna save our beloved, we're gonna have to be sneaky about it. You'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're gonna try and save the princess.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table.
Voice of the
Then you
Smitten.
should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
We're gonna get a kissy.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Alright, we'll finish this version and then we'll end the stream. Proceed.
A warning. Before she will lie.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Yeah, we can't hold back our passions. We have to do it for love.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Speak your truth, Voice of the Smitten.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead. The interior of the cabin is clean
Stefan.
and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its
Stefan,
edge.
look.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know, but there was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Alright, let's go.
The door to the basement
Princess!
creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Yeah, we have to make a good fast impression if she's gonna fall in love with us.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's me, your beloved, your future husband.
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
It's gonna be a beautiful wedding.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love.
I am in love.
Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
It was destiny, fate, love at first sight.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
She's so beautiful.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
She's very uwu. She's perfection. She is my truest love in all of the lands.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
She remembered me.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain, and you killed us.
We've been here many a times.
Well, she killed us.
No, it was the narrator. The princess saved us from him. It was the only thing she could do for us to free us from our torment.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible. Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Yeah, we're gonna buy her some flowers and go on a date and watch a movie and go watch the sunset. It will be perfect.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just
He's
do
in love.
your job.
Love doesn't have to be rational. I'm not gonna say that. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Thank you. She understands me.
She took that in stride, to a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect.
She is perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Same. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Ah.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, it's not. You shut up, narrator. Honestly, the world sucks. People are a plague, and I hope you brought a slow and painful wound to them all. No, I don't want it. I have no feelings. No.
Then I didn't end the world.
Thank you, princess.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence
I
itself.
believe it.
Not so sure.
I believe it. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Oh.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
Alright, we can slip her hand out this time.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
You're weird.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
She is an angle.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Look, who's the real monster here? The voice in my head that keeps telling me to kill people? Or this cute innocent princess? Rescue the princess.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You're what? I would if you had a weapon.
You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Yeah,
You wouldn't.
I would.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Yeah, all you have to do is believe.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
You shut up, you're ruining a beautiful moment. It's making my heart race. It's going doki doki.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on
The
our side?
power of love.
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
You shut up, let her answer.
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Let's go watch Netflix together and have some hot chocolate. There must be something you want.
I just want to make you happy.
Ah,
She can't just want to make us happy.
the music's creeping me out. It's slightly getting distorted, if you can hear that.
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
But what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
Is she broken? What's going on?
I'm breaking the princess!
What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
I trust you. I want you to make me unhappy. We can figure it out later.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, phew. She's back to normal. Normal? What are you talking about? Our angel has always been like this. Absolutely.
I avoided that.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually.
Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your
Fucking
face and
narrator.
the lock clicks.
Just let us live.
That's a familiar move.
Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Yeah, true love will get us out of here.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I think I've got this. No. Do you think you can open it?
Well, I don't know. Do you think I can?
Of course she can. You believe in her,
I
right?
believe.
Nobody is leaving
I believe.
this basement.
I believe. We can do it together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together.
Blech. And
The lock
Yeah.
clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I told you our love was insurmountable.
You and the princess make your way upstairs and...
I'm not gonna do that. You shut the fuck up.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside.
Yay! We're free.
Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where
Uh-oh.
did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Princess! No! Our love will keep us warm.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Uh-oh. Princess, no! They took the princess from me. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Just trust me, we've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
So we got our memory back now.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
I lied to them.
She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet again. You are at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
What does it feel like when you're done? Can I go back? Should I? If I go through this, it might be that I have to forget again. Attack the entity. Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
So I think I have to let her grow and get the princesses, and then I can kill the entity, maybe is what I think. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
At the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1. Alright, I think I will do a
You're
second.
on a path in the woods,
1 second.
and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Save. I think I will do a second playthrough just to complete putting the entity together. I want to see what happens if I keep bringing the entity more princesses. I think it will be very interesting to see. Maybe I'll play more on Thursday. I haven't planned what to do on Thursday yet. So we'll end there. I hope everyone thought it was an interesting game. I thought it was really interesting and I really enjoyed it. I did get Persona today. I posted it in my Discord if anybody saw it. It's under game. I thought it was very cool that it finally came. I got my Persona 3 Reload Igus edition, and it's very, very, very cool, and I really liked it. But I might play that, and I don't know if I want to stream it because it's such a brand new game, and I imagine everybody wants to play it. Plus, it's Persona 3, and I don't know if I want to have the experience to myself or if I want to stream it and have other people's input on it. I don't know yet. But yeah, thank you for hanging out, Prinny, and everybody, and CD, and I'll see if anybody is streaming real quick. I'll see. Let me see. Is anybody streaming? But yeah, I really liked this game. I really liked it. It was fun. I think the voice acting in it as well is really well done, especially when the princess gets creepy and scary, and it really creeped me out too. Let's see. Monokumi is playing Persona 3, coincidentally, so let's rate them. Let's go. Buttons. Slash raid. My fingers are freezing too. Please. Give them the raid message will be Babby Shrek sends their regards. That would be the raid message if you want to do a raid message. But thank you for hanging out, everybody, and I hope you have a good night. And we'll be back on Thursday at 7 p.m. GMT. Bye!